convert fractions to decimals. Eduardo's patient has a total of 3 bed sores. Of these, one of them is considered stage 2. Use a decimal to determine the proportion of stage 2 bed sores. So first we know that this is a fraction, so we begin to write it out. So the 1, which is the part, goes on top, and the 3, which is the whole, it goes on bottom. So now that we see the fraction bar, which is shown right here, we can see that it represents division. So if we see 1 divided 1 over 3, it also means 1 divided by 3. So to convert our fraction to a decimal, we divide. To help us with this, we will use a calculator. So if the decimal repeats, we will use a bar, which will be shown in an example right here. So here, let's get our calculator out. So for this example, we have 1 divided by 3. So we get 0.333, and it continues. So the 3 repeats, so we don't need to continue to place all these 3's out. So instead, what we do is we go 0.3 and we put a bar over the 3, because this indicates that there is a repeating number, which is the 3. So this is our final answer for the decimal answer. So let's look at another one. Francisca was in a massive car crash that has placed her in 2 full late casts. While she was confined to bed rest, she developed 5 original bed sores. However, now that she's taken care to move more, 2 of the bed sores have healed. Use the decimal to indicate the ratio of bed sores that have healed. So to solve this equation, we first need to write it as a fraction. So let's put the 2, which is the part that is healed, over the total of all bed sores, which is 5. So we know that this is shown as a fraction, which really means we can divide. So we can go 2 divided by 5. Now let's enter this into our calculator. 2 divided by 5 becomes 0.4. So we can go ahead and write this out. And this is our solution. So let's look at another example. Gabriella's patient has been admitted to the hospital with a stage 4 bed sore. The total measurement for the bed sore is 11 centimeters. However, 8 centimeters of the bed sore is severely infected. So determine the proportion of infection using the decimal. So once again, let's write this out as a fraction. We put the 8 on the top because 8 of it's severely infected. And then the 11 is the total measurement of the bed sore. So what we're saying is we're going 8 divided by 11 to get us our decimal. So let's enter this into our calculator. 8 divided by 11 is equal to 0.727272, and keeps going. So we have 2 repeating numbers, the 7 and the 2. So let's write it out with our bar again. So this is equal to 0.72, and we put a bar on over the 7 and the 2 to show that these numbers continue to repeat. So 0.72 with a bar over it is the patient's bed sore that's severely infected. So in summary, whenever we need to convert fractions to decimals, we need to remember that the fraction bar is actually a division sign. Then we divide the numerator, which is the top number, by the denominator, which is the bottom number, to give us our answer. If the answer has numbers after the decimal that repeats over and over again, we just need to use a bar above the repeating number to show that it repeats.